Hello again, Claudia.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very well. How about you?
Well, also.
That's good to know. Okay. I should not, I was thinking I should not smile because in Japan they might think I am not intelligent. Okay. So I'll try to be very serious. Okay.
But here you are really friendly, so you can
I can
smile.
smile there. Yeah, okay. Hello, Mario. Hello, Luana. Luana, how are you?
Hello, hello, how are you?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm doing good, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
How
Where did
about
you
you
take that
guys?
picture of the elephant? I'm good. Claudia?
That picture was in Laos.
Ah, I thought so. Okay. Yes. That's nice. Okay.
Yeah, it was
There are
nice.
a few
It's in a
places in the
sanctuary.
world where you can be close to an elephant like that. Okay.
Yeah, I had the privilege to visit
Yeah.
sanctuary in Laos. So I spent the day
Sanctuary.
there. I could
Yes.
even yeah, sanctuary, yeah. And
Yes.
it was magic. It's very
Yes.
nice.
I can imagine that. Yes. They are. Usually they are all very nice. Okay, did we finish the last class we were talking about, or we just stopped in the middle? Have I already started the new class,
No, we're supposed to
Claudia?
start today, the new class.
No,
Okay,
we
okay.
finished the
So
text.
let me, okay. So let me share my screen with you so we can start discussing today's class. Okay, that's it. Before going into the article itself, there was one exercise here. I don't know if you have had a chance to look at it and even to answer the questions. So I have separated some words that I thought would be different for you, and the definitions are here. But not to make your life so simple, I just need you to help me, okay? Like I have here, difference, observe difference, but it's not difference. The only difference is here we say the
The
difference. The, exactly. The other one is difference. What difference does it make? Blah, 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 blah. Difference is another word. Here's the difference, okay?
different.
Egalitarian, mindful, yes. Okay, let me admit the other guys here. Okay. Mindful, outright, dismissive, jeering, meek, meek, not Mickey Mouse, meek, only meek, okay? And then I have exert.
Dessert.
So do you have any idea about these words, what they mean? For example, difference, egalitarian, mindful, outright. Can you try to match them with the definitions on the right side? Hello, Wagner. How are you doing, my friend? Good?
Not so well because I did teeth surgery, but I'm great.
Not so well because of what? I couldn't get the last part.
I did that teeth surgery.
Ah, okay.
Ah,
Is it difficult? Was it difficult?
Difficult to speak a little bit because my mouth, a lot of anesthesia, you know.
Okay, anesthesia. Okay.
Oh, great,
Yes, it's
thank you.
called, you're feeling dumb. You know, the mouth is dumb. That's when
Mm-hmm.
it's sleeping. They don't say sleeping, they say dumb. You have a dumbness in your mouth. Okay. That's because of
Thank,
the anesthesia. Yes.
thank you.
Okay, good. Do you have any idea what difference means, or no idea? We also have Isa here. Isa, hello there.
Hello.
How are you? Good?
Today I'm good, thank you.
That's good to know. Any idea of this word, difference. Oh, observe the D, not to confuse with what's the difference? Difference. Difference I pronounce here. D, I pronounce here in front. Difference. Okay, the sound is very similar, but one is D and the other is difference.
D.
Okay, there is no difference. Here's difference. Any idea about the meaning of this word or no?
No.
Difference. No.
It's like
Wagner,
No.
Luana, are you going to say something?
something. Maybe not that one.
Okay, let's go by elimination then. Okay, I'll help you guys out. Egalitarian. That's not so much different of Portuguese. Egalitarian.
Where is that?
The relating to or believing
Go ahead.
the principle that all people are equal and deserve equal rights and opportunities.
Very good, Isa. That's it. Remember that we say egalitarian. That is the concept that all people are equal. Okay, but the act say egalitarian. Yes, relating to or believing in the principle that all people are equal and deserve equal rights. Okay, so this is a very interesting concept adopted by most countries in Europe nowadays. Okay, egalitarian rights. So we can write here, for example, letter B. Okay, one last. What about the others? Mindful, outright,
it's just
dismissive.
Mindful, make a
mindful
physical or
is
mental effort.
conscious.
Making a physical? No,
Or
it's not
no.
that.
I believe is conscious or aware of something.
Conscious?
Mindful.
Who said that?
Can you-
Yeah, mindful. Yes, Luana, you're right. Mindful is conscious or aware of something. You know, when you are aware, when you know it. Okay? Good. Outright.
The Buddhists
Outright.
believe in the mindful.
Buddhist. Yes. Okay. What about outright? Outright. Dismissive, jeering, meek, exert.
Dismissive.
Don't worry if it's difficult. If they were easy, they would not be here, right?
Yeah.
Is it? Is it? Is it outright making a physical or mental effort? Is it?
No, no.
I believe it was something different, but I don't find something that.
I mean, I remember in Portuguese difference can be something related to biology. But in English, I have no idea.
Yeah, I have no idea concerning biology. I was never good at biology, so I'm sorry, but I have no idea what is the connection with biology. Okay, I was never good at biology. That's why I decided to study engineering. Okay, no biology.
But dismissive is what is that? Feeling or showing that something is unworthy of consideration. Dismissive.
Yes.
Is
Yes.
it?
Very good.
That-
Yes. Okay. 3.
But outright,
right.
I don't see.
It is there. It is there.
Yeah, somewhere.
Cheering.
I assure you, it's there.
No, because for me, outright was like immediately, like so I don't know. Maybe
It
it's
has
different.
something to do with that. No, it's almost that.
Teacher, the last one can be dismissive.
Exert.
Huh?
Dismissive or exert?
No,
The last one I have is exert.
no, no, no. I'm sorry. The answer: quiet, gentle, and easily imposed on. Submissive.
Or submissive. This
Can
is
be-
what?
This is me.
Can be dismissive.
Dismissive? No, dismissive?
Teacher, you made a mistake.
Yes. I made
You
a
put-
mistake. I always make
Yes.
mistakes.
You put outright.
What?
Ah, that's
Feeling.
why.
You put outright in
why.
feeling or showing that something is barara.
Just a moment. Okay, letter D, C, and B. I made a mistake where?
Because
Letter D.
we skip
where is letter
outright.
D?
Dismissive.
It's letter E.
Letter E. Where? Giving
Feeling
showing?
or showing that something.
Ah,
There-
okay. That's not D. Yes, that's not D.
Yes.
It's E.
Yes, I'm
Got it.
sorry. Okay, got it.
It's okay.
Okay, I think we said what was right, but I wrote the wrong letter.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I always do that. Okay. What else? Come on, guys. Come on. Time is money. Oh, we have a new student.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
No problem. I love dogs. Okay.
Me too. Me too. She's
Yes. She's going to learn a lot.
yeah. I'm sorry.
Don't worry at all. Okay. Come on, guys. Time is money. Let's finish this so we can see them in news.
Egalitarian.
So jeering is the first one, right? Making
The first
rude,
one you
and
mean
mocking. Yeah, the
Which
first answer is the
making rude
jeering.
jeering. Yes.
Jeering.
Yes. Making loud. Yes. Very good. Jeering. That's F. Yes.
Yeah, making rude and mocking remarks, typically in a loud,
In a loud
voice.
voice. Yes. Okay. That's jeering.
It's like for elimination.
No problem. That's valid. Okay. But then you learn. So it's funny because egalitarian has already been answered. Mindful, yes. Outright, not yet. What is outright?
Good question.
Letter D.
Yeah, good answer.
Enter and easily impossible or submiss.
What is? You're talking about what? Outright?
Yeah, I think, I don't know.
Outright, no, Max. It's not
No?
that.
Oh,
No. How are you today, my friend? Are you good?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm all right. Thanks for asking. Come on, guys. We have difference, difference, not difference. Okay.
Different.
Outright has not been answered yet. Dismissive, yes, has been answered. Jeering has been answered. Meek and exert. Exert is this. Exert.
Teacher,
Yes.
by
I made another mistake.
Where?
Have I made another
is it-
mistake or no?
No.
No, I don't think so.
Good. What, Wagner?
By starting the letter with out, I will say that may be a altogether, completely, or without reservation, openly.
Openly. Yes, you're right. Yes. That's outright.
Which one? Oh.
Here, outright. Letter D. Okay. Altogether, completely, or without reservation. Very openly. That's the idea of outright. Okay. Good. Now we have only a few left. Yes, Lisa.
Meek can be the last one. Quiet, gentle. and-
Meek.
Yes, meek.
Yes, it is. The last one. Good. Good guess.
Thank you.
Now we have two more only.
Now I know
Difference.
mindful. It's
Yes.
humble, submission, and respect.
Mindful. Mindful
No.
is already.
already answered.
Mindful means conscious
Yes,
or
where?
aware.
Yeah.
Here,
Oh my
conscious
gosh,
or aware.
I'm crazy. I told you
I
in
thought
the start, in the beginning,
your mouth was dumb, not your eyes. Okay?
but it's
Maybe
affecting my
some,
mind.
Oh,
maybe the consequence.
Yes, it's
Yeah,
affecting
it's
my mind.
possible. Yes,
Is it
it's all over
difference?
Is it?
exert.
Difference, humble, oh, sorry, humble,
Yes,
submission, and
humble
respect.
and respect. Yes, different.
Is
Yeah,
it
I
a
was
noun?
thinking.
Is it a noun, right?
Yes, it is. It is a noun.
I was thinking about
Now,
the exert. I was going to say
now,
exert.
by elimination, we got.
I know exert.
Exert.
Ah, you do. Now
Yeah,
you
I
do,
know.
huh? Ah, very good.
Ah,
It took you just some time. Yes, but you discovered. Congratulations. So let's see
Yeah.
them in use. Let me increase this because I myself can't see my screen. So let me increase here.
Yeah, it's quite small. I am like, what is the name in English when you do like this with the eyes? I forgot. It's like squeezing the eyes,
Magnifying
but it's not
lenses.
squeezing.
Yes,
No,
like
like this with the eye.
in order to see, it.
Yeah, in order to see, like squeezing the eyes, there is like a, I
I
forgot
never
in
heard
English.
it. I never heard it. Okay. To
Okay.
squeeze, I
I
understand.
will
but
go for squeezing.
yeah. No, I just enlarged it for you. Okay. Can you see it now?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank
Good.
you.
it's
So
better.
since you are the first one, no, who is the first one here? Claudia, can you read this first paragraph for us, please? Then it's Luana.
Of course. Business must adjust as well as we deal with different cultures. Businesses that seek to conquer new markets should not only worry about marketing and logistics. They also need to consider the local business customs of the new territories they are working in.
Okay. Just one detail is businesses, plural.
Businesses.
Businesses. Okay.
Businesses.
Yes, it's plural, not singular. But this
Thank you.
article, this first paragraph is very interesting because when companies are going to do business with companies in other countries, they think only about how to market there and what is the logistic to deliver their products there. But they never take into account the customs of the new cultures, So they simply, let's say, forget about it. And this is, in my opinion, as important as marketing, okay? You cannot only think about marketing and forget about this. And it's very interesting because many big companies had problems trying to market their product with the same name they had in the country of origin. For example, in the United States, there is a soft drink called Mountain. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. Mountain Dew. In my opinion, even in English, it's a stupid name for a soda. Understand? Mountain Dew. Dew means orvalho. Orvalho, mountain. Yes. Now, can you believe that Coca-Cola is the owner of this? They tried to launch this product in Brazil with this name, Mountain Dew. They thought it was going to be easy for Brazilians to ask for a Mountain Dew, Mountain Dew, or Montaim Dew. What happened? Coca-Cola then insisted on keeping the name because that's the name in the United States. In Europe, you can find it too. And Coca-Cola tried to market like this. Oh, you're not going to believe this. Coca-Cola, peça mal tem du. That was their marketing. Peça mal tem du.
Mountain Dew.
Do you think this soda was a big success in Brazil?
No.
Of
No.
course not.
I never heard about it.
It's a maybe you have seen it. I don't know. It's a very shocking green, very, let's
I
say,
was searching
vivid
about
green.
it.
Yes, it's a very. My children like it. I myself don't like it. I think it's too sweet. okay? But it's supposed to be a soda with a lot of citric in it, understand? But the name is horrible, Mountain Dew,
Mountain Dew.
understand?
Yeah.
So, and what happened? They just got it out of Brazil. Now I've heard they are trying again with the same name. So
Oh
if
my
they
God.
don't change the name, they are not going to
Yeah.
sell it. That's for sure. But they
Yes.
insist on keeping the name. That is not an easy name for Brazilians. It's just like when
It's a
Ford,
soda.
it's a soda. Yes.
Don't look like.
Yeah, the color is horrible. It's
Yes.
a very shocking
Looks
green.
like the people drinking in gym or something like this.
Yes, it is not. It's a soda. Understand? I think it's terrible. Okay. I never
It
liked
is.
that name. I thought it wasn't appropriate for a soda. It's not easy to say it.
Yeah.
You guys, I think, Marcus, I don't know, Wagner, do you guys remember about my first experience with a blind date? Have I told you this?
No, I don't remember.
Yes, that has
Me
to
neither.
do. Okay, so let me try to tell you in short. I had been living in the United States for just a week. My English was lousy. I could barely say a few, let's say, pre-formatted sentences. And the first friendship that I made was with a Spanish guy, okay? That's because I could speak Spanish, okay, better than English. So he was my first friend. But what happened? After like a week, he came up to me and said, "Hey, Roberto, there is a chica here that wants to go out with you." I said, "What?
Mm.
Why does she want to go out with me?" "Well, she heard there is a Brazilian here. You guys have a good reputation, so she wants to go out with you." I said, "You're kidding me. I don't want to go out. I can't speak the language." And then he told me, "Who told you she wants to have a conversation? She wants to go out with you. Can you get it?" I said, "Oh my gosh, I'm not ready for that." He said, "Don't worry, man. She doesn't want to talk." I said, "Oh, what is her name? What's her name?" And then my problems started there. "¿Cómo se llama la chica?" And then the guy told me, her name is Linda." I said, "Linda? That means pretty, beautiful in Portuguese. Is she pretty?" "Oh, muy guapa, muy guapa." And I was, Carlos, are you sure?" "Oh, yes, she's very pretty. Give me your number. She will call you." And I had a telephone, not a mobile, of course, because that was 100 years ago. I had a landline phone number I gave him. And then he told me, "I'll tell her to call you. She'll call you to combine everything." I said, "Okay." And then what happened? On Thursday night, maybe it's Throwback Thursday, she called me and she was like, "Roberto?" I was, "Uh-huh. Hi, this is Linda." I said, "Hi, Linda. How are you?" You know, it was the only expression I knew. "How are you?" I didn't know how's it going. "How are you doing? What's up?" No, only "How are you?" And she was, pretty good, pretty good. "So Carlos told me you want to go out." And I, "Huh? Carlos told me you want to go out." And I, "Oh, yes, yes." And she said, "All right, then, very good. I'll pick you up tomorrow." I said, "Pick me up?" "Yeah, I'll pick you up. I'll go with my car and I'll pick you up tomorrow, okay?" Okay. At what time? 7. Is that okay? I said, "Oh, okay, good." And then everything, in my opinion, was going wonderful. But the problem is, as you know, it was a blind date. You know, a blind date, because I didn't know her, she didn't know me.
Mhm.
So I only took for granted that she was pretty because Carlos told me, but I didn't know if she was really pretty. And I thought everything was going fine. When before hanging up the phone, she told me, "Oh, Roberto, I'll never forget this expression. Oh, listen, what would you think if you were in my shoes?" She just told me this. Oh, I've got a Pinto. At this moment, I panicked. Oh, and she hung up. And I was, oh my gosh, I don't believe this. I think it's a prank. You know what's a prank?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
This can only be a prank. I thought, I have to find Carlos. I'm not going out with a girl who has a pinto. Okay, definitely not. Today may be different, but at that time, no. And then I started looking for Carlos. Yeah, I was young, I was naive, okay? And I couldn't find Carlos, okay? And then I started getting worried about this. I'm not going out with a girl who has a pinto. I'm not going out with a girl who has a pinto. But what am I going to tell her? And then I got a dictionary because I didn't know any excuses to give. And then I discovered, for example, headache. Okay, that's when I learned all the possible aches that exist in English. Okay, like headache, toothache, okay, stomach ache, and I was prepared to say I can't go out. You know, I have a headache, a stomach ache, a toothache, all the aches that were possible. I was going to use as an excuse not to go out with a girl who had a pinto. All right. But at 7 o'clock, I was there because I didn't have her number. She called me, as I told you. So 7 o'clock, I was outside waiting for her. And then a car just drove into the driveway to the dorm where I used to live. And I was really nervous. I was like shivering, you know, like, oh my gosh, and now. And then the girl opened the door. She came out. And I was kind of, wow. She was really pretty. She had big blue eyes, long blonde hair, very long blonde hair, very tall, skinny. I was, oh my gosh, she's pretty, but she's got a pinto.
Okay.
Yes,
Over it.
yes. At the same time, no, she's pretty, but she's got a pinto.
Don't forget.
And then, yes, that was the most important. And I was prepared to say, sorry, I can't go out. I've got a headache, stomach ache, okay? All the aches. And then she said, looking into my eyes, you know, with those big blue ones, how do you like my pinto? And I was, what? I immediately looked between her legs, understand? Like, and she was, how do you like my pinto? And I said, what the hell? What's she talking about? And then my pinto. And then she showed me to the car. And then I saw for the first time in my life, the name of the car was 40 Pinto.
Oh.
And I said, that's your Pinto? She said, yes, I got it for Christmas. And I probably, I'll never forgive myself for saying that, but I told her, I love your Pinto. It's very pretty. Okay. Well, I finished the story here. But what happened? Can you believe, and you can even Google it, you will find Ford decided. Yes, Ford decided in the early 80s to bring to Brazil Ford Pinto. And they wanted to keep this name.
Yeah.
And they were making a presentation about the new car. And one of the engineers said, I have a question. And the American engineer said, yes, what's the problem? Well, I think that car will never sell in Brazil. And the Americans were, why not? It's the best seller in the United States, you know? And the guy said, well, but with that name, it's not going to sell. Nobody's going to buy a Pinto to give to his wife, or nobody, or I think a woman is not going to assume that she wants a Pinto. And they said, what's the problem? And then the guy explained that Pinto was a dick in Portuguese. And that was not a good idea to sell it with that name. And the Americans were, you were kidding. No, I'm serious. And then they changed the name. They only translated. It was first time. They translated the name. Because what is a Pinto? I never thought about looking up in the dictionary for a Pinto. If I had done, I would not have a word. But instead, I looked up for all the possible aches in the word, but I didn't check Pinto. Pinto means a horse, usually white with black spots.
Oh.
Or when it was brought into Brazil, they renamed it to Ford Corcel.
Corcel.
So
Does
much
anyone-
better.
Yes, but Corcel, if you look up in a dictionary, it's a Pinto. In English, of course. Corcel is a kind of horse. And that's the same thing, but they translated. They accepted to translate because it was not a good idea. So this has to do with marketing, understand? So before exporting a product, you have to study the market, study the customs. For example, one of the biggest fast food chains in the United States, KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Why they didn't succeed in Brazil and they had to close all the stores, left, now they're coming back. But why at the beginning they didn't succeed in Brazil? Do you have any idea?
Because of the name?
No, KFC was okay. The name had nothing to do. Because how is the chicken served at Kentucky Fried Chicken? Do you have any idea?
Not cups, like
Yeah, in big bucks, okay? It's
Yeah.
more than a cup, it's a buck. But do they give you like a fork and a fork, a knife and a fork to eat or no?
No.
No. Oh.
No, you're supposed to eat with your hands.
Hands.
And the kind of chicken they sell is very sticky, understand? And Brazilians were not used to that. Like, what the hell, understand? The hands got very sticky and dirty, and they didn't succeed. But it's a total success in the United States, in Europe, understand? But here, no, they need to adapt their chicken to the Brazilian way of eating things, understand? It's just like that thing we talked about yesterday. We eat pizza with on a plate with a knife and a fork, but an Italian would never do it, understand? So, but the pizza that is made in Brazil, it's impossible to be eaten with a knife and with your hands because we put a lot of toppings, and Italians know. If you, for example, Google Neapolitan pizza photo, you will see that pizza is very simple. You have only a few pieces of cheese, tomato sauce, and some basil on the top. That's it. That's easy to eat with your hands. You can fold it and eat it, but not the pizza that we make in Brazil with 5 kilos of toppings, understand? But anyway, this has to do with customs, understand? Not with marketing. Marketing, of course, has a big importance, but many times we just minimize the local customs, and then we can have problems. So, Luana, can you read the second paragraph for us, please?
Doing businesses with people from different cultural backgrounds can be challenging. Being mindful of effective communication is not going to be enough. It's imperative to be sensitive to cultural considerations.
Okay, any problem? See, mindful here, being mindful of effective communication is not going to be enough. You have to take into account much more than that. It's imperative to be sensitive to cultural considerations, okay? Any question? Claudia, Luana, Isa, Marcos, Wagner, Mario, anyone? No?
No.
No. Okay.
Okay. Isa, can you read the next part? There's a big one for you.
Okay. The following are notable cultural distinctions among business people and customers in top global markets outside the United States. Number 1, Japan, the high-tech country that still uses physical business cards. The world's third largest economy is one of the first countries to embrace the digital revolution, but it has not abandoned the traditional business cards. It's I don't know this word.
Advisable.
Advisable to prepare stacks of these cards when dealing with Japanese business professionals. Business cards are part of a unique business tradition. They should be passed with both hands and similarly
Similarly,
accepted by
accepted.
the recipient with both hands.
Oh, observe something very important. When it comes to technology, Japan may be the #1 country in the world, even more advanced than the United States. But when it comes to doing business, they still use business cards. They prefer that to anything else. And the interesting point, the business card. Here in Brazil, we say, oh, take my card. And we do like this. Oh, this is my card. In Japan, no. You have to use both hands, give it to them, like, here's my business card. And I also accept their card with both hands. You see, if you don't do this, this is considered disrespectful. Understand?
Yeah.
So many people ignore this, but then the Japanese are kind of, why is he just using one hand? You know, because they use both hands. Okay? Any question about this or no?
No, it's fine.
No.
Okay. Can you finish, Isa? Furthermore,
Furthermore, Japan is known for the high regard of age and status.
status.
Be sure to show courtesy or deference to people of age.
Difference
To
Okay,
people
difference to people of age.
and those who hold authority as a way of showing respect.
Okay. In Brazil, many people think that I should probably be retired. Okay, like, you are too old to give classes. In Japan, I would be a big success. Okay. It's interesting because they show a lot of respect to older people. Understand? Being old, it doesn't mean that you are obsolete. It means that you are more experienced, more skilled. Understand? And they show a lot of respect towards old people. All right? So it's another culture. Very interesting to observe this. Okay? Wagner, with your dumb mouth, can you read the next part for us concerning the United Kingdom?
Wagner?
I think he is not in the call.
I
Oh,
think
no,
he's
he is,
not
but
Microphone
he's,
muted.
Oh, I'm
microphone
sorry, it
is-
was mute. Teacher, please ask someone else to read because I'm not so
Okay.
great with my
Okay.
toothache.
Okay, no problem. Marcos, go ahead.
Yeah.
United
Okay.
Kingdom.
United Kingdom use humor and indirectness to avoid conflict. The British business culture leans
Leans
away from direct statements to avoid conflict and show politeness.
politeness.
It is considered rude to disagree with someone outright. Being straightforward
Straightforward.
can be viewed as arrogant, abrasive,
Abrasive
abrasive
or aggressive.
or aggressive. This can adversely affect the possibility of establishing good business relationships.
Okay, you're going to read the next, but let's stop there just to understand this fully. You see,
Okay.
it's another culture. So the first thing, like I was telling the students today in the basic class, I gave a class about how to agree, and then they wanted to know how to disagree. I said, okay, we can have a full class about how to disagree, because disagreeing with people from other cultures is a lot more difficult than in Brazil. Understand? Sometimes when you disagree, it means that you are arrogant. You are not taking into consideration their way of doing things. Understand? So you see, it's considered rude to disagree with someone outright. Okay, this can be adversely affect the possibility of establishing good business relationship. Okay, is there any part of this paragraph that you are not familiar with or that you did not understand very well?
It's straightforward.
Straightforward. Yeah, this word.
Yeah, that's when you are very direct, very objective. Understand? I remember my children, okay, when they lived with me in the United States, many times they would come to me and start, Dad, I would say, yes. How are you today? Are you okay? I would say, yes. What do you need? Nothing. I just wanted to know if you're okay. Yes, I'm very okay. And what do you need? Nothing. I just wanted to be near you. And I would say, hey, stop beating around the bush. Be straightforward. What do you need? I want to buy something. Ah, okay. What do you want to buy? Understand? So I always asked them to be straightforward with me. They didn't need to beat. Have you ever heard this expression? To beat around the bush. Understand?
No.
Like you don't need to beat around the bush. Just be straightforward. Okay? That's when you want to ask something, but you are not straightforward. You just start asking 100 questions before asking the proper one. Understand? You're beating around the bush. Ah, the bush, not the bus. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, they understood that very well because immediately they would say, oh, I need to buy or I want to buy something. Okay, let's ask your mother. And then we would go out and buy it. Okay? Marcus, can you finish reading? Additionally,
Okay. Additionally, it helps to use humor to lighten up the mood. The British are said to favor dry and witty humor.
witty
Witty humor.
humor.
If you don't find a British joke fun, don't forget the value of directness.
Indirectness.
Indirectness. Take a smile or laugh if possible, and never show a dismiss or
Jeering reaction. Yeah, here there are several of the words that I anticipated for you in use. Okay? Oh, additionally, it helps to use humor to lighten up the mood. Understand this phrase, this
Yeah.
sentence? The British, I said, to favor. That means they like, they prefer dry and witty humor. Understand this
What
or
is
no?
witty? What is witty?
You know, sometimes I think you might have friends like this, Isa. You say something, and based on what you said, they just make a joke based on what you said. You know,
Okay.
oh, and then blah blah blah. This is considered witty when you say something funny in a very intelligent and very fast way. It's witty. Understand?
Okay.
So British people favor this. They like this. Understand? When people have a dry and witty humor, when you make jokes out of the blues. Understand? You don't prepare to tell a story. You just say something funny. They like this. And the problem is the next paragraph. If you don't find a British joke funny, which is not funny, don't forget the value of indirectness. That means fake a smile or laugh if possible, like, haha, that's good. Even if you don't think it's funny. And never show a dismissive or jeering reaction, like, oh my gosh, that's terrible. Understand? Because you're going to offend them. Just pretend that you like it, that you enjoyed the joke. Understand this?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Now, let me see. Claudia, I'm back to you. Can you read about India?
India.
I think Luana, have you been there?
Yeah, I have been there. I was there in July last year.
Okay. There are some very interesting things that you have to learn about India. Body language, start.
Yeah.
India, body language mindfulness goes a long way. Being aware and practicing body language in India business culture can be likened to doing yoga.
Okay.
There are many things to remember. Some of notable one are as follows.
As follows. Okay.
Do the namaste pose when say hello or goodbye by place your palms together with the fingers touching and pointed towards the sky.
Okay. And always you have to bow. Namaste.
Namaste.
Okay? This can be what? Why am I going to do this? That is part of their culture. You have to respect. You want to do business there. They are not here in Brazil, understand? So maybe if they come to Brazil, they're not going to namaste you, understand? But if you go there, that's a way they start the conversation, understand? Even if you think, what the fuck, I'm not going to do this. Well, okay, that's your problem. It depends on, do you want to do business with them or not? If the answer is yes, I want to do business with them, namaste them, okay? Always place your hands like this, pointing the sky, and bow. And say, of course, namaste, okay? Just this.
Okay.
If you don't
Simple.
speak one of the 14 official languages they speak, because there are 14 official languages and more than 500 dialects
Oh my gosh.
spoken
it's too
in
much.
one country. Yes, it is.
More than China.
China is even impossible to precise how many dialects they speak there, understand? Because each village speaks a different version of Mandarin, understand? But
Yeah.
India, it's terrible, okay? But anyway, understand this part?
Teacher, do you know
Yes.
what namaste means?
Can you say that again, please? Remember that I'm getting old and I'm only valid in Japan, okay? In Brazil, I'm just an old deaf man.
Do you know what the word namaste means?
It means, may the God, may the whole things be with you. Something like this. Am I right, Luana? I don't remember very well.
Yeah, it's like, may God bless you.
Yes.
It's like
Okay.
a salutation.
Yes. But it's, since they don't believe in God very much, is may all the good things be with you. Understand? Something
I
like
see.
this.
Yeah.
I got
Okay.
it.
It's a
Thank you.
way of saying like, oh, namaste. And this is used in many countries around India too. Okay. Like,
Yeah.
oh, oh my gosh, my memory is failing me. Pakistan, okay? They also do this. Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Just one more. Pay attention. This is a very interesting point. Claudia.
When shaking hands or offering and receiving gifts, money, checks, and business cards, use both hands or your right hand.
Okay. Okay. This is very interesting. Like the Japanese, you have to use both hands or the right, never the left. Do you remember why one?
I think they believe it's. I know they don't eat with the left hand. They just eat with the right hand.
But do you
I
have
don't
any
know
idea
exactly
why? Do you
I
know
don't
why?
know. No, I don't know. For sure,
The
I don't
left
know.
hand, the left hand is using for cleaning themselves after going to the toilet. They
Yes,
use
I
the
was going
hand.
to say that. Also in
Yes,
South
it's
Korea.
it's
Also in South
it's
Korea, it's like this.
yeah, it's disgusting, but that's a fact.
It's Indonesia too. In Indonesia too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why they never use the left hand, understand? Because they consider that's not appropriate for
It's
eating.
dirty.
Like if you start eating there with your left hand, they are going to look at you like, what? She cleans herself and eats with the same hand? Understand? That's horrible. Okay, I think they have not heard of toilet paper, understand? They use their hands. Okay?
Okay.
Oh, guys, I am very sorry, but we ran out of time. Before Zoom
No,
cuts our
teacher.
class, we have to stop here, but we'll continue
Okay.
tomorrow, okay? There are a lot of
Okay.
other things to talk about. So I'm sorry, but it's a long lesson, lots of things to learn, and tomorrow we'll continue right here, okay? Keep your feet flat. Never point your toes. That's very offensive, okay? I had, it's also, yeah, very weird. I had a woman that was born in Portugal, but she grew up in England, and she came to Brazil, and she worked with me for some time. One day she left the classroom very much offended because the student crossed the leg and was showing her the sole of his shoes. And she couldn't accept that or even admit that. So not to create a fight with the student, she left the classroom and came to the teacher's room to discuss this. And I said, that's all right. It's not all right. He was showing me his soul. What's the problem? That's disgusting. You see, in India, it's the same. Keep your feet flat and never point your toes or soles towards anyone. Also, never put your fingers like we do in Brazil. Hey, you! If you do this, this is very disrespectful. Okay, but we'll continue tomorrow. There are lots of things to talk about. Thank you very much for watching my class. Hope to see you again tomorrow, all right?
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Same time
Bye-bye.
and same place.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Guys.
Hope you get better, Wagner.
Thank you so much.
Yes, okay? Take some cachaça. That will alleviate the pain, okay?
No, I'm doing some medicines.
Tomorrow I'm going to
Medicine.
sing
Yeah,
two
you can
songs
sip the medicine with the cachaça. That's fine.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Good night.
Bye. See you tomorrow.